I'm excited to play basketball again. I mean, the fact that we were able to work under these conditions, the NBA, Adam Silver, everybody, the NBPA has done an amazing job, owners. To be able to put something like this together in this amount of time is incredible. I mean, we're literally, the NBA is going to Disney World. I mean, think about how crazy that sentence is. And we have all the practice courts being laid down in convention centers and wild world of sports. By the way, nobody has played in those places more than me. I don't know a player in the NBA who scored more points in the Milk House or the Wild World of Sports. I grew up in Orlando, so this is a true like home court advantage for me, to be completely honest. So I am excited about going back and playing in the NBA, where I grew up dreaming of being in the NBA. That's kind of cool.
How much do you think kind of taking everybody out of their environments and the layoff and all that stuff, how much do you think that kind of re-evens the playing field in Orlando? And do you expect to see some weird stuff in terms of
– I do. I expect to see player breakouts. I really do believe that. You're going to have a couple players that were playing solid before but are going to have breakout seasons the rest of the mini season and playoffs. I really do believe that. You're going to have some new roles defined on different teams. Some guys not showing up. There's been so much time passed. Some guys have gotten better. Some guys haven't worked out. You know what I mean? There's so much variables to where – and then you have no home crowd. There's no home court advantage. It's literally like AAU days, but like on the most extreme level. And I think for that reason, you know, maybe there's pressure less. I don't know. You're not shooting in a big arena. The wall's right behind the basket for the most part. You know, shooting might go up. You know what I'm saying? Like shooting might go up. There's just a lot of different things that I've sat and thought about. A lot of opportunities. There's a lot of great opportunities, man, for guys to really enhance I think the way they're looked at in the league. And I think that will happen on multiple teams.
Just given that it's so hard to, you know, to stay in shape and work out like during this time, but has there been any part of your game that you wanted to look at over the past 3 months? That's the first question. And number two, do you guys really care about the matchups per se because there's no home court, or is it just trying to get as high a seed as possible?
Yeah, well, first I would say I've tried to just stay in the best shape possible. I think that's the key. Because the first month, like nobody's playing basketball because nobody had access to a gym. Like the whole world was shut down, and then things, I guess I'd say fortunately and unfortunately, opened up for us to be able to hoop. It obviously caused more spikes, but yeah, we were able to hoop, and that's when I've been able to play. So for me, it's just staying in shape. That's been the key. And then the second part of your question, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, there are certain teams I guess we would rather play. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say who, but yeah, there are definitely a couple teams that we would rather play first round. But there's no teams that like we don't want to play. At the end of the day, like in the West, if you're going to want to go to the finals, you're going to have to play the Lakers. You're going to have to play the Clippers. You know, it's one or the other. So it's like, you know, you have to beat, and you have to play those two teams. So it's going to be tough. But, you know, we believe in ourselves, and we believe we have a chance to win. So I think for us, it's not about seeding. It's about us just being in the best shape and the best having the best chemistry. Like we got to fix the little things that we needed to fix before. You know, people forget we lost like 4 out of 5 games before the whole pandemic happened. So I think us getting back and fine tuning some things, and I think gives us the advantage. We've had time to sit back and really think about stuff. So we'll see what happens.
You did a story recently with Kelly. And he asked you about the speed of the game in terms of helping small ball. You said that can be something that you guys can amplify. Could you discuss that more, what you mean by speed within the offense? Is that more so early in the shot clock, or is it more so getting shots up early?
I think it's just ball movement and speed of the game. Yeah, us when we get a rebound going, if we're going to play small, we have to play fast. Otherwise, you know, we're not going to go too far. I mean, it's not just me saying this. Is Coach, talk to Mike, James, Russ, we're like, man, we have to play at a different speed, get the ball up, and then have the mix of, you know, James obviously doing what he does. So it's like we have to do both, but we definitely have to. If we're playing 5 guards or 5 small guys at one time, that means you've got a team with a center guard and a guard. Like we have to utilize this ball movement, drive, kick, make defenses move. That's really hard to guard. Because if we play slow, then, you know, it just goes everything into teams like the Lakers and Clippers or all these teams that are way bigger than us. It goes right into their hands. So I just think, you know, we're going to play small. We got to really kind of get after it.
And defensively, you've had these 3 months to kind of reflect on what was going on before you stopped play. What are some of those areas that you want to improve on as a team that you feel like you need to improve on defensively?
Well, I guess the thing is because we're small, we switch everything. So communication for us was huge. I mean, if you don't communicate, if you're switching, you know, we are literally switching everything. I'm guarding centers, I'm guarding guards, point guards, shooting guards, small forwards. We're all switching. So communication is the key. It will be easier because we don't have any fans in the arena. So I should be able to hear everything that my defense is saying to me. So for that reason, I think we'll be a lot better defensively, just for the fact that I'll be able to hear all player chatter on the court. So I hope that translates into us being a better defensive team.
The relationship that the PA has with Adam Silver, how crucial was that to getting a deal done as quickly as you guys did?
I think it's vital. If it wasn't that case, I don't know if we'd be returning. We'd be looking at what other professional sports are going through. You know what I mean? It seems like the NBA has kind of been the trendsetter in all of this. I think it seemed like once the NBA canceled its season, the world like shut down. You know what I mean? And then it seems like as we are the first to kind of get things going again, and we're going to Disney, now you're seeing other places try to other leagues, professional sports do the same thing. And I think that's a credit to the NBPA, and I think that's a credit to Adam Silver. He's a great commissioner, and he's been so compliant and making sure we're doing everything possible to make players happy. And there's only so much obviously you can do, but he's done a great job.